Hey forum, my name is Manny, aka CascadeScents. Welcome to another video. In case you've never been here before, I'm a longtime fragrance enthusiast on and off YouTube. So if you're also into scent and or are looking just to learn a little bit more about it, this might be the channel for you. So if you end up liking what you see here and you want to have more of it, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you have yet to. It is free after all, and if you decide you don't want that anymore, you can always unsubscribe as well. That being said, today's video is on discontinued fragrances you should buy now. So these fragrances have been freshly discontinued in the last year or two. So I'm not going to say go buy some long time discontinued favorite of the community for hundreds of dollars on eBay or anything like that. These fragrances are still within reason for most of you out there because, again, they're not that expensive, at least not in my opinion. So if you're remotely interested in any of these pieces, I would suggest getting them because you have nothing to lose, as each of these are only bound to go up in price and or already are. So I definitely hope you get something out of this video. And that leads us to the first fragrance we are going to get to, and that is the Eau de Toilette version of Narciso Rodriguez for him. So this is the OG version of this scent and the first men's fragrance for the Narciso Rodriguez brand, period. Kind of a cult classic now as far as the fragrance community too, because it is Francis Kurkdjian. He did a beautiful job of making this green, wet, musky cement kind of scent here. I've talked about this scent in the past ad nauseum and also have discussed the also discontinued Eau de Parfum version of the scent in the last video I did of this discontinued variety. And if you want proof to this fragrance's discontinuation, check out the Narciso Rodriguez website. You'll see all the fragrances there for either women and men. And under the men's section, you'll see that there's only the Bleu fragrances that are remaining. Yeah, it's sadly gone. What can I say? Now you'll still see the scent on various stockists out there, but most of them have either sold out or are probably just about to. I know here in my native Canada, Hudson's Bay still stocks the For Him EDT here. But yeah, I'm just overall sad to see this nice musky line go. I think that men's musk fragrances are kind of in short order right now. And for a designer brand known for musk overall, mainly on the feminine side in Narciso Rodriguez, just to not have men's options or just have less men's options now just kind of sucks for me. But thankfully, if I still want to get some more of these, I can still not just get them on the retail level, but they're still heavily discounted. Mind you, the rates on gray market retailers are going up as we speak. Just a few months ago, this was definitely a few dollars less, but the supply is just drying up everywhere else. Again, I'm not shocked to see this just go up. So this might be a bold prediction from me, but by the end of 2021, if not sometime in 2022, Narciso Rodriguez For Him EDP, or here the EDT, will just be straight up rare as far as to get from gray market retailers then, which once more means now and in the coming months this is the last time you'll be able to cop this. So jump on them if you've yet to, and a big happy trails goes to the Narciso Rodriguez For Him line. Anyway, moving on to the next discontinued favorite, and we're getting into cheapy territory here. This is Lacoste Pour Homme by Lacoste, of course. And this stuff I'm just not finding on any stockist right now and or any international version of the Lacoste website. It's just not there at all. This stuff has clearly fell out of favor in favor of the new Lacoste L'Homme line, which I think must be doing pretty good as a result then. So why would Lacoste need to keep this around for maybe a flagship men's fragrance? Admittedly, this stuff is probably the least Lacoste thing that they have too. Doesn't smell sporty whatsoever. Of course, that contrasts the tennis heritage of Rene Lacoste himself. So here you have notes of plum, rum, and vanilla. So fruity, deep, intoxicating, kind of sweet. I think it's nice. I think it actually does pull compliments, at least in my personal experience. But unless you smell this, it's kind of hard to explain. For a approachable designer fragrance, it does smell a little dated, and I think that's part of why you wouldn't want to keep this around for such a trendy, sporty, youthful brand in Lacoste. Despite having staples within the brand, I just think that they've created some things, mainly in the fragrance realm, that quote-unquote aren't timeless. So that's why this is kind of going. It smells like a late 90s, early 2000s sweet fragrance, and as a result, it's no longer catch-all for today's modern noses. Which again is fair because that would suit more of the Lacoste aesthetic and heritage right now with the fresher L'Homme approach. So as a result, what can I say? Get this on the cheap while you can, because it still really is approachable on the gray market level. The gray market is currently flooded with this type of scent right now, so I'm going to presume by the end of next year it will be either hard to find or the price is is noticeably more up. So just like with anything discontinued, if you're quote unquote not going to lose money, just because in case you don't like this, chances are you can sell it for as much as what you bought it for and or for more. Just get this scent right away in case you're remotely interested. So I'm personally sad to see this go. My first fragrance ever. Once more, it is Lacoste Pour Homme. Anyway, moving on, here we go with the final discontinuation of the list, and arguably the one that's most shocking and one that I think I'm most saddest about, despite Lacoste Pour Homme being my first fragrance ever. I just think I'm completely over that stuff. But this one, I'm not sure if I'll be over ASAP. This one is Versace Pour Homme Oud Noir. And Oud Noir, I just checked around for stockists and or the Versace website to not see it there specifically on any of the international sites. Just, oh man, I'm so sad about not seeing it in any US stockists, seeing it dwindle within my domestic Canada stockists. It's just sad. It's just sad. But it's because it's a relic. This stuff, if anything, was a spiritual successor to the Versace Man that predated this, which was eventually discontinued in itself. Sure, it had this ambery and tobacco-y dry down, but they replaced that with oud here in the fashion of an oud wood, but maintained the Versace Man's spicy top and mid. So you had a little bit of cardamom, you had a little bit of saffron, some black pepper, a nice warm kick to your nose to a Western oud base. So the oud here was more smoky and just comforting, if that makes any sense. Doesn't smell rugged in a more fecal, animalistic way whatsoever. This stuff just smells woody in a darker, mysterious way. That's all. So it's partially a relic because of that, because let's be real, the oud craze has been done 7, 8, 9 years ago. And also because Versace has kind of gone full throttle with embracing that initial clubby type image, that trendy image that brought them fame from jump. Rest in peace, Johnny Versace. So again, with this stuff no longer being found on the site and with the stockists dwindling, just expect this stuff to be furthermore expensive going forward on the gray market level, if not rare. Again, it is somewhat approachable there right now in price, but I recall a few weeks ago this stuff was a few dollars less even. Just saying though, whatever I see from this current last run of whatever's left on the gray market level, I'd say is the last chance to be able to acquire this stuff reasonably, period. Because say if this stuff does sell out and some more of these are liquidated from whoever actually had them in stock, I just think that next time you'll see them again, it will be not cheap at all. Like we're talking closer to retail, if not a little bit more. And at that point, I would just consider better oud fragrances, if not niche ones. Again, that's also going to cost you a pretty penny, but I think the one thing that you kind of have to look out for when it comes to buying discontinued designers is that when they become discontinued after a long period of time and they kind of develop these cults of personality, they just get really, really expensive. And whatever went into them at the end of the day does not warrant the price tag whatsoever, unless you're really into it only for supply and demand. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say on that front. Thank you for tuning in once more. But it's at that point of the video where I want to involve you guys. So if you liked it, please leave me a thumbs up. And if you have a favorite of the fragrances that I mentioned here today, please tell me in the comment section below. And I'll also leave some links in the description too, in case you're looking to pick some of these up for perhaps the last time. Again, subscribe and hit the bell notification for more if you've yet to as well. And now that about does it for me. Be safe out there. Take care. Peace out. Bye. My name is Manny. Wear your fragrances.